the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross, German, Ritterkreuz des Eisernen Kreuzes, and its variants were the highest awards in the military of the Third Reich during World War II. The Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross was awarded for a wide range of reasons and across all ranks, from a senior commander for skilled leadership of his troops in battle to a low-ranking soldier for a single act of extreme gallantry. A total of 7,321 awards were made between its first presentation on 30 September 1939 and its last bestowal on 17 June 1945. This number is based on the analysis and acceptance of the Order Commission of the Association of Knight's Cross Recipients, AKCR. Presentations were made to members of the three military branches of the Wehrmacht: the Heer, Army, Kriegsmarine, Navy, and Luftwaffe, Air Force, as well as the Waffen-SS, the Reichsarbeitsdienst, RAD, Reich Labour Service, and the Volkssturm, German national militia. There were also 43 recipients in the military forces of allies of the Third Reich. These recipients are listed in the 1986 edition of Walter Pierre Giebel's book, Die Träger des Ritterkreuzes des Eisernen Kreuzes 1939–1945. Die Anheber der Hochzenauszeichnung des Zweiten Weltkrieges alle Wehrmachtteile. The bearers of the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross 1939–1945. The owners of the highest award of the Second World War of all Wehrmacht branches. Phil Giebel was the former chairman and head of the Order Commission of the AKCR. In 1996 a second edition of this book was published with an addendum delisting 11 of these original recipients. Author and historian Weiss Geertzer has cast doubt on a further 193 of these listings. The majority of the disputed recipients had received the award in 1945, when the deteriorating situation of the Third Reich during the final days of World War II left a number of nominations incomplete and pending in various stages of the approval process. Geertzer wrote his book in cooperation with the German Federal Archives. The book was chosen by Professor Dr. Franz W. Siedler for the library of the Bundeswehr University Munich and Deutsche Dienststelle, WOST, and is considered an accepted reference there. For many years Phil Giebel's book was considered the main reference work on this topic, and it has now been succeeded by Geertzer's work. Listed here are the 437 Knight's Cross recipients of the Wehrmacht and Waffen-SS whose last name is in the range Harham. Phil Giebel himself delisted one, and Geertzer has challenged the validity of 15 more of these listings. This is the first of two lists of all 661 Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross recipients whose last name starts with H. The recipients whose last name is in the range H and HZ are listed at List of Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross recipients, HNHZ. The recipients are initially ordered alphabetically by last name. The rank listed is the recipient's rank at the time the Knight's Cross was awarded. Background: the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross and its higher grades were based on four separate enactments. The first enactment, Reichsgesetzblatt IS. 1573 of the 1st of September 1939 instituted the Iron Cross, Eisernes Kreuz, the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross and the Grand Cross of the Iron Cross. Großkreuz des Eisernen Kreuzes. Article 2 of the enactment mandated that the award of a higher class be preceded by the award of all preceding classes. As the war progressed, some of the recipients of the Knight's Cross distinguished themselves further in a higher grade. The Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves, Ritterkreuz des Eisernen Kreuzes mit Eichenlaub, was instituted. The oak leaves, as they were commonly referred to, were based on the enactment Reichsgesetzblatt IS. 849 of 3 June 1940. In 1941, Two higher grades of the Knight's Cross were instituted. The enactment Reichsgesetzblatt IS. 613 of 28 September 1941 introduced the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak-clubs and swords. Ritterkreuz des Eisernen Kreuzes mit Eichenlaubundschwertern, and the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves, swords and diamonds. Ritterkreuz des Eisernen Kreuzes mit Eichenlaubundschwertern und Brillanten. At the end of 1944, the final grade, the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with golden oak leaves, swords, and diamonds. Ritterkreuz des Eisernen Kreuzes mit goldenem Eichenlaubundschwertern und Brillanten, based on the enactment Reichsgesetzblatt 1945 IS. 11 of 29 December 1944, became the final variant of the Knight's Cross authorized. Recipients. The Oberkommando der Wehrmacht, Supreme Command of the Armed Forces, kept separate Knight's Cross lists for the Waffen-SS and for each of the three military branches: the Heer, Army, Kriegsmarine, Navy, and Luftwaffe, Air Force. Within each of these lists, a unique, sequential number was assigned to each recipient. The same numbering paradigm was applied to the higher grades of the Knight's Cross, one list per grade. Of the 437 awards made to servicemen whose last name is in the range, 40 were later awarded the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves, 12 the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves and swords, and 1 the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves, swords and diamonds. 33 presentations were made posthumously. Heer members received 275 of the medals. 17 went to the Kriegsmarine, 117 to the Luftwaffe, and 28 to the Waffen-SS. The sequential numbers greater than 843 for the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves, and 143 for the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves and swords are unofficial, and were assigned by the Association of Knight's Cross Recipients, AKCR, and are denoted in parentheses. This, along with the plus, indicates that a higher grade of Knight's Cross was awarded as well. This, along with the asterisk, indicates that the Knight's Cross was awarded posthumously. This, along with the exclamation mark, indicates that author Walter Peer Giebel has expressed doubt regarding the veracity and formal correctness of the listing. This, along with the question mark, indicates that historian Weiss Geertzer has expressed doubt regarding the veracity and formal correctness of the listing. Notes. Citations. Bibliography. Die Träger des Ritterkreuzes. Lexikon der Wehrmacht. In German. Retrieved 2 January 2011. Das Bundesarchiv. Military Archive, Freiburg im Breisgau. Retrieved 2 January 2011.